Good morning, everyone. If it's your first time here, a very big warm welcome. And if you are returning to revalidate your practice, well done. We're pleased that you have kept it up. We're just waiting a few moments for others to join us, and then we will begin. Good. A very warm welcome. If you're just joining us for the first time, wonderful. You are most welcome. Thank you for being here. If you are returning, well done. As I said before, this means you're keeping up the practice and you're here to check in to ensure that everything is okay. Which is very good. That's what we want you to do. And that's why we have 2 sessions daily, one at 8:15 a.m. and one at 5 p.m. GMT +1, that's British summertime. So far, over 1,000 people have checked in to these live sessions. So we're extremely happy with that result. And hopefully many of you have started meditating because of this. We hope so. We know that during the coronavirus, this is a very challenging time. You may have lost your job. There's the imminent threat that you may lose your job. The virus is there. Excuse me. We may be high risk. And all these type of factors really can have an effect on our mental health. So meditation is one of the most perfect tools to strengthen our mental health. So as it says in front of you, I'm Rajesh. I am the meditation guru. I'm a meditation master, and I lead the International Meditation School, FISU Meditation, whose URL is up here on the screen. I'll help you go after this and have a look, have a read of some of our information. We teach a unique form of the individually prescribed meditation. Now, because of Corona, our centres are generally closed, and we have 70 of them through Europe. But we will be opening again as the restrictions lift, and you will be able to go there to take the more advanced course. What we're teaching here is a simplified version. It's a beginner's version, but obviously we want you to move from that once you have mastered this to a more advanced practice. We're the only organization in the world that actually gives you individually prescribed meditation based on your own unique vibration. So please do note that. However, please also note that even though this technique is extremely simple and easy to learn, it has great depth and power and can really give you all the benefits that meditation brings. But of course, we need to progress, we need to go on, and that's why we recommend eventually taking our course. We start people off around the world on this technique if we do not have a center present or a teacher present, and then somehow divinity will find a way, if that person is sincere, for them to learn. So let's talk about meditation. Let's talk about practicing meditation. Never meditate in a completely darkened room. Please have, like my little friend you see in the background here, I've got a tea light burning. Okay, I have a lot of light because obviously I'm teaching you, but generally this room would be darkened. You could use a bedside table lamp, or a chink in the curtains is fine. We never meditate in completely dark spaces. And this is again for your comfort. Ensure that you are comfortable, you're sitting in a nice chair. I'm just going to scroll back now just to show you that all you need to do is sit up, be reasonably upright or erect, have your hands together, obviously like this or like this in the majority, and have them in your lap. That's wonderful. It's very easy. If you're too warm, don't you must be comfortable. If you're cold, put some clothes on, put some extra blankets on. If you're warm, declothe. We want to have that level of comfort, so this does not disturb us during the meditation. Now, your children can obviously meditate with you. If they're small, then they may not have the capacity to last 20 minutes in the meditation when we've had the instruction. So as long as they do 10 or 15 minutes, that's fine. And I can promise you they'll be more manageable and less hyper. So meditation in children is wonderful and obviously increases their intellect. These things are now scientifically proven. So when you open and close your eyes, we will want to do that very, very slowly. And how do you know how long you've been meditating? Don't worry. Don't use an app. Don't use a watch. Don't use an alarm. You simply have to tell yourself at the beginning of the meditation, 20 to 30 minutes, and that wonderful inner clock that we have will activate itself. Okay, it might be a little difficult to get used to in the first couple of days, but if you're unsure of the time, never open your eyes fully and never set alarms, as we said. But you may look at your watch or your clock through squinted eyes. Yes, just through squinted eyes. Never open the eyes fully, because this is shocking to the central nervous system. Okay, it will make you feel, our metabolic rate is reduced, our nervous system is reduced, and we don't want that to rush quickly back to the surface. We want it just to naturally come back. So, let's get started now. So the first thing I want you to do is to close your eyes very slowly. When I ask you to open or close your eyes, please ensure you do so very, very gently and slowly. So let's now close our eyes. Very slowly. And let's relax for a moment. Our attention in life is so externalized. Meditation is the reverse of that. It is an internal journey. Okay, now with your eyes still closed, place your attention on your breathing, like the rising and falling of the chest, the breath going in and out of your nostrils. Do not alter the rhythm, do not alter the volume, do not alter the capacity of your breathing. And you can also breathe through your nose or through your mouth. It doesn't actually important. During meditation, if you itch, scratch, because if you ignore it, it will not go away. So I want you now just to be aware of your breathing, just for a few minutes, the rising and falling of the chest, etc. That's good. Now very, very gently open your eyes slowly. You see how easy that was? Everything in meditation should be easy, lazy, and effortless. And as I said before, do not assume that because this technique is simple and easy, that it does not have great power. It does, as you will experience as you continue meditating. We normally say that if you do not see any benefit in the first 7 days, then you're doing something wrong. Hence, we have these repeat sessions where you can check back in, ask questions, etc. And obviously, I'm going to share a support email with you for questions outside of these periods if you need assistance. So, we're going to add another element into this practice. So when I ask you to close your eyes, wait 10 to 15 seconds and place your attention on the breathing as before. So let's do that now. Just watch the rising and falling of the chest, the breath going in and out. As we said, you can breathe through your nose or your mouth. It doesn't actually matter. What is ever more comfortable for you. Now, after a while of notice that your attention drifts away from the breathing to just thoughts alone. And that is completely correct. Thoughts are an integral part of meditation. Actually, as we get deeper and deeper into meditation, as they appear in meditation, we actually lose, or they lose, their hold over us as we become more non-attached emotionally to those thoughts. And this has a great calming effect on the mind, stopping mind chatter and overactivity and allowing us to dive deeper into those recesses where all those powerful energies exist and we can draw on them. So when you realize you're only having thoughts without pushing those thoughts away, return your attention to the breathing. The rising and falling of the chest, the breath going in and out. And then you'll carry on. It could be for a short period or a long period, just watching your breathing, and suddenly thoughts are there again. We're thinking of feeding our children. We're thinking of starting work. We're thinking of the problems we have that pop up. Don't worry, that's quite natural and expected. But again, the important thing here is when we realize we're only having thoughts, without pushing those thoughts away, come back and watch the breathing again. So it's a cycle. Watch the breathing, drift off into some thoughts, realize you're only having thoughts, don't push those thoughts away, and come back to the awareness of the breathing. So we're going to try that now for the next 20 minutes. So just continue as you were before. Don't worry if there's lots of thoughts in your mind, as long as you realize that when you're only having thoughts, without pushing those thoughts away, just return your attention to your breathing as before. Good, let's go. Good. Now, very gently, I want you to wait at least 2 minutes before opening your eyes fully. Do not be in a rush. We don't want to do that too quickly and open our eyes because this will be shocking to our central nervous system. Our metabolic rate will have no doubt dropped quite dramatically, as therefore our nervous system is in a calm state. So we just want to open our eyes very slowly after around 2 minutes. If you can't judge 2 minutes, just count slowly to 120. So again, just allow yourself to surface naturally and open your eyes really, really slowly. All these things are very simple, but they're very important. Good, good, good. Welcome back. Was that easy? Did you find it relaxing? And did you notice the time pass very quickly? These are all good indicators that you are meditating correctly. However, as I said at the beginning, please try to return to one of these sessions or look at one of the recordings to ensure that you are doing everything correctly. As simple as it is, you will no doubt have questions. So I have put our support email on the screen now. You can contact us. This will create a live case in our system, and we'll obviously get back to you as soon as possible on that. So to remind you again, our sessions are 8:15 a.m. and 5 p.m. GMT +1. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat panel now. I would also like to say that meditation increases our immunity, and this is so important at this time with Corona. Not only a good diet gives us immunity, but often mental stability and mental happiness create greater immunity. When we're stressed and unhappy, we're really burning the body's resources, and therefore our immunity will be reduced. So there's many facts, many medical tests now that have proved that meditation is a wonderful thing to increase our immunity. So we want to do that at all costs with this nasty virus around. What that will mean is if you do catch the virus, because we're all susceptible to this until such time as they find a working vaccine, that we will probably have a milder dose of the illness because our immunity is stronger. So all these things are very important. So thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate your presence here, and please do reach out if you need help. So until your next session, bye-bye. Thank you for joining. See you soon.